Wait.
I love how you talked about how prayer kind of pushed you and pulled you through this entire process. I would love to hear a little bit more about how your faith kind of brought you through all of this.
Absolutely. One of my favorite songs is by J.J. Harrison called You're Gonna Live. All right.
Yes.
The song is 15 minutes.
Yes.
So I listen to that song every morning. And if I have guests over my house, they also have to listen to me blasting that song throughout my home. You're going to live. It says you're going to live to see it happen. You're going to live to see it happen. Whatever your it is, you can live to see it happen. You know, there was a church that I was attending when I first moved to Atlanta, called The Square. They literally loved me to life. I remember sitting in the back of that church, not able to raise my hands in worship. But week after week after week, I started moving closer and closer to the front.
Wow.
And Pastor Phil Manginelli and his wife, and then some folks from my hometown in Rockford, Illinois, loved me to life. My tribe of prayer warriors, people calling me to make sure I was eating right and working out. Shout out to my homie Ray, who at the time was working me out every single day. It took working out. There was a time, y'all, I was only going to church, therapy, and the gym.
Wow.
Church, therapy, gym. Church, therapy, gym. Church, therapy, gym. And that, I knew there was a time where I felt really hopeless, like I didn't want to live. I felt like I've lived a great life. I felt like, what more can I do? Getting married and having kids wasn't like on my priority list, because I felt like, what is marriage and children gonna add? I'm good. I'm okay. And I remember playing Let's Make a Deal with God. Like, God, I'm good. Take me out the game. Then there was a time where it turned into, yes, I feel hopeless. Yes, I'm feeling like at the bottom of the barrel in this pit. But I could just see myself looking up, like, okay, God, I do want to live. I do want to live. And that's when I checked myself into the treatment facility in 2018.
What was it like checking yourself in?
Oh, child. Well, I thought I was going to get away with it. I thought that I could check in under my first name and that nobody would know who I was. I checked, all I had on, I think I had on like a black sweatsuit and a hat. I hadn't waxed my mustache, I hadn't done nothing, but I knew that I needed help, and I knew that desperation and vanity, I knew that shame and vanity all had to go out the window, because I just knew at that time I needed help. And the people were very, very kind. The nurses they felt so bad for me because I didn't have no underwear. I didn't have any clothes. I literally came in with what I had on. And if they had a bed for me, they checked me in. Y'all, I got a corner suite. It was so... I had my own room. It was a little sweet, honey. It was, your corner rooms are always going to be a little bigger, whether it's a hotel, get you a little in-unit townhome. For some reason, they're going to be the biggest. Just a little FYI. Ask your realtor. Don't fight me. I believe I know what I'm talking about.
You do. I used to work in an inpatient hospital, so I like to hear people's experiences with that.
And checking in was fine. They were very kind to me. I did not like the powdered eggs at all. I knew they were powdered, but I had to eat. But what I noticed, y'all, everybody there looked like us.
Wow.
No one was twitching. Nobody was having the look of mental illness. Nobody was tripping out. Now, I'm sure that they had a ward for maybe some more severe cases, but where I was, maybe because I was a little more stable, there were people there that were definitely struggling with loss, identity, not feeling like they couldn't be who they wanted to be and wanting to kill themselves. People feeling like there is no hope for their condition. It was just amazing to see. It was amazing to see. And then TMZ found out. I don't know, to this day, I don't know who alerted them, but my management or PR got a phone call saying, hey, we are aware of Michelle's whereabouts. And so they got in touch with me. My management got in touch with me. Now, mind you, when you check yourself into a treatment facility, you cannot have your phone. You cannot have your belongings at all. They don't care who you are. You can't have it. So I remember them having to call the nurse's desk. Then I had to go use a separate phone. And I just remember telling him, hey, I've been telling people since 2013 to get help if you need it. Now I have to take my own advice. And that's just the statement that we released. And I stayed in there maybe 2 more days, but by that point I got afraid that my privacy was compromised. So I moved to more intensive outpatient care instead. So, but again, I took the risk knowing that it's a possibility somebody would know who I was, but I didn't care. Again, worried about what people gonna say, worrying about what people are gonna think has to go out the window if you really want to get help.